Hi, Paula here. Welcome to my kitchen. I have a blog on WordPress. It's called CookingLaLa Z. I hope you visit it sometime. I have some good recipes on there. Some opinions about cookware, gadgets, whatnot. So please visit it. Today we're going to make a recipe that I've been making for 30 years. I don't know where I got it, don't know anything about it, but I've been making it and people love it. We love it. Family loves it. So let's get started with it. What we're going to do is we're going to take an angel food cake. I happen to have a loaf angel food cake here, but you can also use the round angel food cakes. I do that when I'm serving more people, but when it's just us or brother and sister-in-law or something coming over for dinner, I use this size. What we want to do is we want to take the cake and we want to slice it. We're going to slice it in so it's 3 layers of cake. There's 1 layer. And this is really easy, really simple. If you're having a family gathering, if you're having a cookout, you're having ladies in for bridge, bunco, whatever, then you can go ahead and make this. And you can make this up to a week in advance. It stays perfectly fine in the freezer, and it's just as good as the day you make it as it is a week later. So what we want to do is I go ahead and I take the plate that I'm going to be serving it from and build it on this plate. And I just happen to have a pewter platter here. But you can also use something like this, a glass platter to put it on. If you're doing the round cake, you can use a fun plate like this, something that's festive. Or if maybe you're having a dinner party, you want to use something a little bit more elegant, like this gold banded plate or a pretty glass plate. Any of those choices will work just fine. What we're going to do is we are simply going to take sherbet, and I have 3 flavors here. I have orange, lime, and raspberry. And you can build it by putting, you can put all 1 flavor in it, you can put 2 flavors in it. If you want to cut these a little bit more thinly, then you can also put 3 in it. But for right now, I'm just going to do 2. And I'm going to start with orange sherbet on the bottom. And I've already softened it, so it's very easy to spread. And I'm just going to take it and spoon it and put it on here. Smush it down so that it's easy. Doesn't have to be perfectly even or anything. That's the beauty of this. This is a great recipe to do with kids. Kids love to do this recipe. You can do it if your kids are over visiting for the afternoon, grandkids are over visiting for the afternoon, and you want to do something fun with them and you're going to have a barbecue later. You can do it with your own children. It's just an endless fun little recipe. Okay, so we're going to do this. Put that on there. Then we're going to take the second layer and set it on top. And I also want to tell you, 4th of July is coming soon, and this is nice to make for 4th of July. What I do sometimes is, it's certainly not red, but it's pink. I take the raspberry, I cut this a little bit more thinly. In the middle layer, I would put some canned blueberry pie filling, and then put the next layer on as the raspberry sherbet. It's kind of red, white, and blue, celebrating the holiday and the great country that we live in. So there's the orange, put on my other layer, and what I can do now is just go ahead and I'm going to use the lime with this. And just spoon on the lime. And this can get messy. That's why I keep a towel here to wipe my hands because you can get sticky very quickly with this recipe. This is easy to make. You can make it a week ahead of time. You can just make it and have it for a nice little summer recipe. Today there's sugar-free sherbet, there's sugar-free angel food cake, sugar-free whipped toppings. So you can make this as friendly of a diet item as you want for whatever purpose. Okay, so then here's this one. Here's this layer. And then I'm going to put this back on the top. And I have one in the freezer that's already built so that you can see what it looks like. And we'll have my assistant put this one in and let me have this one. Thank you. And what we have here is another, just a simple white plate to put this on. It's a little messy around the edges, but we can take care of that after we're done icing it. We simply want to ice it with a whipped topping. Any flavor, any brand you want. And what we're going to do is just stir this up. You might need to work a little bit quickly here. Just take a container of it and just spread it down around the sides. Doesn't matter if a little bit of the color from the sherbet comes through. It's still very pretty presentation wise. And just keep spreading it around. And now what you want to do after you ice this is put it back into the freezer so that you can have the Cool Whip set back up, the whipped topping set back up. And it's very easy to make, even if you don't really have a knack for cooking or don't like cooking or baking or whatever. You can certainly do this. This is certainly easy enough. Okay, a little bit more on this side. Oops, got a little messy there. Okay, now just smear it around. It doesn't have to be perfect. And what we'll do is put this back in the freezer. And then we will see how nicely it will freeze up. And then when you're ready to serve it, you can actually go around the side and clean up the edges. But I don't do that till right before I'm ready to serve it. You can do it beforehand if you want to make it easy. I always keep a towel here. Okay, so we're going to put this back in here, and I'm going to show you something else that you can do with this that's actually fun to do if you're going to do it with kids. You could probably do this for like, a Girl Scout, Boy Scout, 4-H little activity. If you're going to have dessert, everyone can get their color of sherbet that they like the best and make their own little dessert. Now, what you can do with this is to just take the cake. Again, just cut the layers. Just cut the layers like you did on the other cake to make the whole cake. And these I might cut a little bit thinner because you'll see why in a second. Okay, there we go. what you can do is you can make little sherbet sandwiches out of these if you want to. You can take them and just cut them lengthwise. And they're thin enough that when you put the sherbet in between them, let me get my little plate here. When you put the sherbet in between them, they won't be so thick. And you can also either ice them or just leave them like this and freeze them. So let's use some raspberry on these. And what you can even do, you know, like the Neapolitan ice cream sandwiches, you can even do this with the sherbet. You can take a little bit of sherbet, they'll take a little bit of the raspberry, plop it right there. Whoops. Take a little bit of the raspberry, take a little bit of the orange, plop it right there, and then a little bit of the green, and put it right there. Then you can take it, put it on top, let it fall over. That makes it fun. And the kids can just pick it up and eat it. So you can do that with these. You can also make round sandwiches. Just take your little cookie cutter, cut it down in the center of it, pull it up around, and there you have your little round sandwiches that you can make. Again, do it however you want. We'll just do this one all in raspberry. Oh, well, maybe we'll plop a little orange on top of it for just an extra little flavor boost there. And then again, just take it, put it on there. You can ice them. You can just do a dollop of the whipped cream on them. While the kids are eating, you can go ahead and put these in the freezer, let them set up, and there you go. You have this. Now, what I want to do, and these pieces that are left over, if you have enough of them, you can take them, tear them up, put them in a bowl, get a can of cherry pie filling, and some whipped topping, and mix it all together. Put it in the refrigerator to set it up. When it's ready, put some coconut on top of it, and some chopped walnuts or pecans, and you have a great dessert. So don't get rid of this, because you can do something else with that. Alright, if I can have the cake that you just put back in for me, I want to show you how beautiful this is when it's sliced, because it is truly very pretty, very summery, very festive, and it's just a nice light dessert for summer. If you want to also, you can take some berries and put berries around the bottom of this, some berries on the top of it. Whatever you want. This dessert is so versatile and so easy, it's fun. Okay, so here, let's slice this. And there you go. Look at that. That is a beautiful presentation on a plate. Okay, there you go. That's my quick, easy angel food cake sherbet dessert. I hope you make it. I hope you enjoy it. I hope your family, your friends love it, your kids love it, your grandkids love it. And let me know how you like it. Thank you for joining me in my kitchen. I appreciate it. See you later. Bye-bye.